Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog. David.
How's it going?
Yeah, all very good.
Good. It's a nice living room we've got here.
We are in Eastwell Manor, the place that we film all our DVDs, or most of our DVDs and tricks.
Yeah.
And today's been no different. We've been filming the explanations for various new releases coming out.
Indeed, yeah. We've been very busy today, and I know you're going to love all of these. Today we're going to show you two. Gone, which you saw the trailer to last
We're going to
week.
show them 3.
You're going to show them 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Against All Odds.
Yeah.
Last Laugh.
Oh. Okay.
And Gone.
Gone. Good. Eliminating these 2.
Yes. Well, I will just say, obviously next week is the Blackpool convention, so I don't think there'll be a vlog next week, I'm not sure.
No, we'll see how we are there. There might be time there to film some stuff, but I don't think the week of there will be a vlog.
Right.
Yeah.
So these are the 5 new releases for Blackpool. We have Last Laugh, we've got Against All Odds, we've got Gone, we've got Inked, and we've got BitBook. Now, this is going to sound a little bit confusing, but it's not. These effects will all be on our stand at Blackpool, and they'll all be for sale.
Yeah.
But some of them will not instantly be on sale on alakazam.co.uk,
Yeah.
purely because they are planned for release later on in the year.
Yeah.
Now, when I say later on, I'm not talking about 6 months down the line. I'm talking about Gone. Even though we've got it on our website, we've only got a very small amount.
Yeah.
The actual official release, i.e. when all the dealers over the world are going to have it,
Yeah.
will be towards the end of March.
Right.
And that's purely because of the printing of the cards.
Yeah.
We can't get them in until that time. So Gone will be sort of towards the end of March.
So we've got a limited amount of that for Blackpool.
Yeah.
Specifically.
And it's Inked, might be on our site. Another thing I'm really excited about,
Yeah. Is BitBook 2.
the BitBook 2. This is most probably one of my top 5 favourite Alakazam releases of all time.
Yeah.
This is something that still goes with me everywhere. If I've got my bag, there's a BitBook in it.
Yeah.
BitBook is a mentalism effect that you can perform tables, walk around, stage, parlour, any situation you can perform BitBook. It's
Yeah.
small enough to fit in your pocket, but powerful enough to play to a huge audience.
That's what I was going to say. The size of this is just perfect for the amount that you can do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it can always be in your back pocket. It can always be on you. And I've seen you do like a row of people.
Yeah.
And you've read their mind in different ways, all out of this one thing.
It's the BitBook is superb. It's by a very, very talented mentalist called Scott Creasy. We originally released the BitBook around about 2003, 2004. This is the first time we've been able to have video footage with it, which I'm really pleased about.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get over some of the subtleties that I use when presenting it. It's great. This is a re-release, so this will be on our site. We have got these in stock.
Yeah.
And this gets my highest recommendation. In fact, shall we cut to a performance of me with BitBook on our good friend Tiny?
Yeah, let's do it.
Tiny. I've got a little book here from the British Institute of Parapsychology.
Okay.
Okay. It's a little book that I picked up from the gift shop when I went to visit this place. It was a place where they taught you about how they used to test psychics. And basically, the book consists of various things which they believe are easy to transmit telepathically, things like times, words, shapes, and numbers. As you can see, the numbers are all different, ranging from 1 to 999. The shapes are different, the words are different, the times are different, everything's different.
Okay.
But we're going to try a little experiment. Just hold your hand out like this. I'm going to place that on your hand. In a moment, I'm going to turn my head. I want you to lift the pages up, lift the book up to any page you like. And tell me when you've done that.
Okay.
And I want you to look at the numbers on the bottom of the page and add the digits of those numbers together. So if you're looking at number 24, it will be 2 plus 4, and then you're going to come up with another number. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, have you got the number in your mind?
Yep.
Okay, do me a favour, close the book, turn to the very front page of the book. There's going to be a list of countries. Hopefully there's a country by your number. If there isn't, just make up a country, any country you like. Have you got a country in your mind?
Yep.
Brilliant. Close the book and pop the book down. Have you ever been to this country before?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Have you been to the capital city?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so I want you to imagine what the capital city is like. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and see things through your eyes. So
Okay.
I want you to imagine that we're walking down one of the streets in this capital city. I want you to take in the sights, the sounds, the atmosphere, just what's happening about us. The first thing that I'm picking up is it's very sort of cosmopolitan. There seems to be a lot of people out in bars and cafes. Yeah, can you see that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? It's obviously quite loud, which most capital cities are.
Yeah.
I want you to imagine we're walking down the street and we're going to stop at a corner and
Okay.
we're going to start to turn, and you're going to see something that's going to tell me, some sort of monument that's going to tell me where we are and what country we're in. Can you see that thing in front of you, that tall structure?
Yeah.
Is that the Eiffel Tower? We in Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So that was one of the many revelations that you can do with the bit book.
Yeah, that was most probably my, that's, if I'm doing one-on-one, that's the one I go for, because I feel I can build so much into that.
Yeah.
But there's so many other avenues with this, and like you said, my favourite way of doing it is to have a row of people.
Yeah.
They're all thinking of different things, and I go bang, 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 and just read their minds, you know.
And you'll be doing that at Blackpool because we've got,
Yeah.
you know, our stand's always 2 or 3 lines deep. You've got people who say, look, I like you to think of this one, you to think
Yeah.
of that one. And, you know, you get all range of different things that you can then read.
Honestly, I could not recommend this anymore. The other thing, if you are a stage magician or mentalist, imagine doing a tossed out deck. With this, you have 5 people think of an item from the book,
Yeah.
and the fact is, you know, you can read all their minds in turn. Not like the old tossed out deck where you've got to name the cards quickly, then they all sit down.
Yeah.
You literally in turn read their minds and then they sit down.
Yeah.
It's so powerful, and I will show you the size of it. That is it. It's all contained in that little book.
It's barely more than a pack of cards, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is a phenomenal little book test. And for those of you that own Cataclysm, we actually built in 2 of the reveals from BitBook
Yeah.
into the photo.
Yeah, which
So
is nice.
yeah, it's really cool. So that's the BitBook 2. That will be on our stand at Blackpool, and that will be on our website to purchase. But yeah, so let's move on from BitBook. So the next one, actually, let's talk about Gone, because we showed the trailer last week.
We did. The reaction couldn't have been better. People are loving it. And,
Yeah.
And I know why, because it just ticks all the boxes for a close-up packet trick.
Yeah.
You know? It's in their hands. It's visual. There's lots of different ways you can take it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's great.
It's, do you know what? I don't do, when I'm performing, I don't perform many packet tricks, but I've always loved the things like double back John Allen,
Yeah.
NFW,
Yeah.
Ace, those sort of things that happen in the spectator's hand, and there's a visual change.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's things like Dr. Daly's as well, where there's a visual change, there's something weird happening, and your spectator gets that visual reaction.
Yeah.
And Gone has that in spades. It really does. You know, the moment you see those cards turn over.
Yeah.
And the way I present it is, I mean, it's the same, but I use a different pattern line because the cards end up jumping in my pocket.
This, I must say, until today, because you've done this in the shop,
Yeah.
you know, but when you're performing to magicians, you get a different kind of reaction.
Yeah.
It's more of a, okay, let me try and work that out. Then,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God. Today I saw you do it on Tiny.
Yep.
You perform Gone, and that moment where you do the click, card's gone, and instantly you show your hand empty and pull it out of your pocket, I think I've underestimated how strong
Yeah.
that is. It got a great reaction.
Well, the thing is, it does, because you think of it from a layperson's point of view.
Yeah.
The card has just vanished from there and appeared in your pocket. It's to us magicians, we know too much when it comes to this stuff. So, you know, but to a layperson, that has just happened. How has that happened, you know?
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we have a look at that footage now, and you can see your handling of Gone, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more.
Perfect.
So here we go.
Tiny. A lot of people have heard the terms sleight of hand, or the hand's quicker than the eye, and misdirection, but a lot of people don't really know what it means.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and demonstrate the difference between sleight of hand, i.e. the hand's quicker than the eye, and misdirection.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to do that using just 5 cards. Okay. Just hold your hands out like this. That's perfect. And what we're going to do to demonstrate the hand is quicker than the eye, we're going to use the King of Spades. And my job, without you seeing, is to get the king out of here and into my pocket.
Okay.
Yeah? Do you believe I can do that without you seeing?
Give it a go.
I'll give it a go, just like this. Just to prove the hand is quicker than the eye, I can reach into my pocket and the king jumps in my pocket. Do me a favour, hold your hand out, put your other hand on top. Now I'm going to try and tell you what misdirection's all about. Now misdirection, the art of misdirection, is to focus someone's attention on something that really doesn't matter. So all the dirty work can happen.
Okay.
Like the 4 cards in your hand.
Yeah.
Your attention's focused on them.
Yep.
Those cards are already gone.
What do you mean?
You can feel them,
Yeah.
but they're gone. Lift your hand up and just put your hands like that, like a little table, because the cards in your hands are gone, which means they can only be one place. I'll put these over here so the camera can see. They can only be one place with empty hands. We have, hold your hands out, the Jack, the 9, the 5, and the 7.
No way.
Yes way.
That's amazing.
And that is gone. Right.
So it's brilliant.
Do you know what? To me, it just made sense. I love that. Obviously in the patter line, I wanted to work in the word gone.
Yeah.
Hence, I said, you know, you're focusing on the cards in your hand. They're already gone. You know, it sort of makes sense in the patter. As a sentence, it makes sense. And also, the other thing I will add is if I'm doing this walk around or tables, when I spread the cards at the beginning, I will get everyone involved by saying, look, we've got 5 cards. In fact, can you remember the 9 of clubs? You remember the so-and-so, you remember the so-and-so, you remember the so-and-so. And I've got them in order in my pocket. Boom, you do this. Then when I bring the other cards out, what card were you thinking of? Bang.
Yeah.
What card were you thinking of? Bang, bang, bang. And then it's, so you've got more people involved. And I love tricks that, I mean, you know as well as I do, if you're doing a table, especially if it's a big table, if you're performing to these 2 people, the people over there will start talking to each other. The people, do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to grab everyone's attention. We can be as big or as loud, unless you're doing the stuff that they're not interacting with, i.e. where they're watching, like, you know, ropes or something, then they might, not that they get bored, they shouldn't get bored, but you know what it's like, they just start talking because the magic's over there. Yeah. Whereas I always like things like Red Hot Mama, where the first card I get this person to select, but the second card I get the person over there to select.
So you're engaging in all different parts of the table.
Yeah, and this is one of those perfect things because, you know, for such a small trick, it plays quite big and it's very, very magical. You know, and the end reveal is magical. That's an eye-popping finish, and it's really
stupidly easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very easy to do.
So that is gone. That's going to be one of our Blackpool releases, and we have got a limited amount in stock. There's a limited amount on the site. Once they're gone, we will put them as pre-orders for the next batch, which will be the middle to the end of March. Yeah. Yeah. So that is gone. What should we talk about now?
Let's go for Last Laugh.
Last Laugh.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Last Laugh.
Yeah.
I purchased the rights to off my good buddy Mark Elsden at last year's Blackpool. So
I remember him showing you on the stand, and then you were like, Moz, come watch this. Dave, come see this. It is brilliant.
It's great, you know, and it's an impressive routine, really impressive. It's got moments of shock which later turn into a gag.
Yeah, so you got the built-in comedy with this, which I would really like.
But I would really build it up. In fact, we've got a trailer for this.
Right.
So let's jump into the trailer now. As I cut cards down onto the table like this, James, you're just going to say stop. Stop. Sure? Okay. I'm going to give you 5 cards, and once you're happy they're mixed, I want you to take one and put it in your back pocket without looking. So in your pocket you've got 1 playing card. You could have chose any card out of the pack, is that fair? Now I'm going to show you that these are all different, because some people think, well, maybe all the cards are the same, hence they knows what to do. But the cards are different, all these cards are different. So it genuinely could have been any card out of 52. My job is to try and cut to your card without knowing what it is from this packet here. Actually, I'm going to start by calibrating myself with the deck. To do that, I need to get a couple of practice cuts in. So first I need to remove all the jokers. Okay. So I'll just reach down like this and reach up number 1. Hey, Sam, just touch the back of any card for me. Which one? This one? Okay, there's a joker on the bottom as well. There's a few more there. That's the problem. So if I cut there, you'll see there's a few more jokers there, there's a few more there. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, these are all jokers. But I have managed to cut to 1 card. You do me a favour, just remove the card out of your pocket, because this will freak me out. What card have you got? The 2 of clubs? The only card in the pack happens to be the 2 of clubs.
No way!
Thank you so much for helping. That was Last Laugh, and it is great. I love performing Laugh Last. I'll be doing it Last Laugh. What did I say? Last
Laugh Laugh.
Laugh.
We really love performing Laugh Laugh. Because it's great.
So I'll be performing this on the stand at Blackpool. It's really, really good. It plays exactly like you've seen on the trailer.
Yeah.
And it's, I usually build up the second, where I got someone to pick the card out. Usually I'll find the first one, and you can see, if you watch the trailer, you can see the expression on their face when I pull that first one out. You can see the shock.
Yeah.
Because you don't think about it, you just go in, do it, bang, it's done. The second one, what I like to do is say, now sometimes people think maybe the cards are marked somehow and I knew where, come over here, just cover my eyes, and I really build it up, you know, and then you produce the second, which once again gets a great reaction.
Yeah.
And then when you start producing the others, then it's like they start to click into the gag.
And now they're with you, and then boom, you hit them with the final effect, which is brilliant. But yeah, if you want to see any of these, we're going to be demonstrating these along with Moz, of course, on the, and Jenny on the stand at Blackpool. So it's great to see the trailers, and it's great to see us performing it here, but you can't beat seeing it live. So do come over and ask to see any of these. We'll happily show you. But yeah.
And the other thing I'll say is, even while we're at Blackpool, obviously Alakazam HQ will be running smoothly with Andy Smith behind the helm. So,
of course.
Or at the helm. So that's that. I want to quickly speak about Inked. Inked by Fred DeVille. Inked is a great little mentalism packet trick. So I'm not going to demonstrate that here. I will be demonstrating it at the stand. And there will be a trailer going up, so you can watch Inked. But don't overlook that. No. We're going to do that on a different vlog.
Right.
Actually, if we get the trailer done in time, we might actually drop it into this vlog.
Okay.
But if we don't, watch the vlog after Blackpool,
because that's actually one of my favourite ones.
Oh, it's brilliant. The thing is, it's always nice to have little things you can carry about in your wallet. And for me, those things, I do like a lot of mentalism for those little things. And Inked is great. It's based around tattoos, which is, very current. The kids of today love tattoos. They have a lot of meaning for people. They've got a lot of emotion attached to them.
And I love that it's built into the story as well. Even if they don't have a tattoo, it's a nice connection in the story, which makes sense as well, which is really nice.
So the last one we are going to speak to you about today is Against All Odds. Now, Against All Odds is a sort of meeting of minds. The basic idea for this I purchased from Mark Elsdon nearly 10 years ago. It hasn't been released before. It's always something I've been playing with. When Mark first showed me it, his was a great routine. The method, we're still using the same method. But what we've done is we've totally redesigned the cards. We've added far more to it with regards to what's possible with it. We've redesigned everything. So it's really a meeting of the minds. It's Mark, it's me, it's you, it's Andy. We've all had our input. And finally, we've come up with this, Against All Odds, which I think is phenomenal. I really, really do. It is a lottery prediction using a sort of deck of lottery cards that you could buy from a pound shop, to help you pick your lottery numbers, like a little novelty deck.
You used to have the things on the end of the pen with the balls. And
wrap that up, and then you would choose the balls like that. But this is great, and one thing I'm really excited about is I created a stand-up routine for this, which incorporates a 6-person chair test, a magic square, this lottery prediction, and it's a multi-kicker.
It just keeps
closer.
growing.
It keeps growing. It leaves your spectators with a little prize each, and it's, to me, it is a closer, because it's that bang, 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 and it's building up, building up, building up, building up to a standing ovation, I think, with that final reveal.
It genuinely is. And, it's surprising, because you'll see when you're buying Magic, sometimes you buy the act, and you can pay £100 or £150 and it's the act. This genuinely is the act, and for the price it is superb, because you get that kicker after kicker, and it builds and builds to the point where, I'm not saying 100% of the time we're going to get a standing ovation, but it's that sort of it's that sort of effect where you're building momentum as you're going. You keep doing these reveal. It's great, but that's the stage. I purchased the rights as a close-up effect, and as a close-up effect, it's the cleanest lottery prediction I think you're ever going to see. So, shall I show you it? Let's go to the footage now of you performing Against All Odds.
David.
Yes.
Every time I tell people that I'm a mind reader, they say, give us the winning lottery numbers for this week. All the time. How rude.
It is
rude,
no,
please.
Not hello.
No, that's please or thank you. Just give me the lottery numbers for this week. So, I thought about this for a bit. I thought to myself, okay, first of all, I need to work out the best way to pick winning lottery numbers.
Right.
Now, I've done some research. The odds of the average person winning the lottery are 14 million to 1. Where you've got the combination of 6 balls, to get all 6 balls come in from 49 is nearly 14 million to 1.
Right.
So you've got 13,999,999 chances of getting it wrong to 1 chance on getting it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
And what makes it worse is a lot of people choose numbers from special birth dates and special dates.
Yeah.
Now, straight away, because dates only go up to 31, lottery numbers go up to 49, you're sort of getting rid of a quarter of the numbers, so you're putting yourself in even a worse position. Okay? So,
silly.
When I done the research,
yeah,
they said the best way to do it is literally to pick numbers randomly. That way, if you picked a 48 but somehow you thought, oh, I don't want 48, I wanted 21, you're not going to make that decision. It is then totally random.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So you're not forcing yourself into any sort of avenues. Yeah. Now, you can go into loads of little shops and they sell different ways to generate lottery numbers. There used to be a little ball that went on top of a pen, and when you shook it, the little numbered balls would drop down and they would be your lottery tickets. This is another way. This is a random lottery number generating deck. So basically, this deck, it's a little novelty thing. I bought it from the pound shop, and it's, as you can see from the back, it's designed to pick your lottery balls. Yeah. So the idea is you mix them up, you take 6 numbers and they become your lottery numbers. Okay, and then it's random. You haven't had any choice over them, so you're not limiting yourself.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay, so I'm going to try and predict today's lottery. The lottery we're going to have right here. I did ring up the Camelot to try and get Guinevere. They wouldn't lend it to me.
No.
So we're going to do it with these balls here. I will say that obviously because it comes in a pack, you get 52. We only use 49 numbers in our lottery, so we'll get rid of those. We don't need them. But over here, I have a prediction. This is a real lottery ticket.
Ooh.
Which you are going to show the camera in a moment. But I'm going to place that there. That's not going to go out of your sight.
Okay.
The first thing we need to do, David, is we need to mix the balls. Right. So I want you to cut the balls and complete, hence changing their order.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
No.
Or should we give them another spin?
One more.
Give them another spin. So you're like the adjudicator. You're going to make sure everything's fair.
Right.
Okay. Also, what we're going to do is we're not going to use all of these.
Right.
Because in the big Guinevere machine, some of the balls always remain down the bottom. They just don't seem to get the push. So you're going to choose which we use, which we don't. Okay. So cut the deck roughly in half.
Okay, we'll go about there.
Okay. Now, which half do you want to use? Which half do you want to get rid of?
I want to get rid of these.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get rid of them. So, pick up your lucky balls, and you're going to deal down a pile face down onto the table.
Yeah.
The only stipulation is there has to be more than 6 cards in that pile. But apart from that, because there's 6 balls. But apart from that, you can deal as many as you like. Okay. Yeah. Once again, you've got a decision to make as the adjudicator. Do you want to use the balls in your hand or the ones on the table?
These ones.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take those. We'll get rid of those. Pick up those, and I want you to deal 6 alternate piles.
Keep going?
Yeah, keep going. We want to get rid of everything. And the thing is now, you've given yourself some more choices.
Yeah.
Okay? And all these decisions, once again, are going to be made by you, not by me. I'm not going to influence you. So one of these numbers, one of these balls you're going to keep, and one of them we're going to get rid of. Which one do you want to get rid of?
Get rid of this one.
You want to get rid of that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one?
You want to get rid of?
Get rid of it. Get rid of that one.
Sure?
Yeah. Get rid of that one.
Yep.
And get rid of that one. Okay.
So you happy? I'm not going to change anything. Yeah. These are going to go away, so we can't change it.
That's completely fair.
Okay. So here's the idea. I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them, as they do in the lottery, in ascending order. That's lowest number to the highest.
Oh, I'm glad you cleared that for me.
So these are set.
Right.
Over here is my prediction. It has been on the table since the beginning.
Yeah.
Could you please open it up? And I want you to clarify with everyone, you can show the camera as well, but clarify with everyone it is a proper, genuine, printed lottery ticket.
It is.
Okay.
Let's just clarify that you have now given to me.
Yeah, but it's got my name on the back.
Okay, oh, fair enough.
So if you win, we split it. Right, okay, so for the first time, can you read out the first number?
Okay, number 2.
Number 2.
Number 9.
Number 9.
16.
16.
25.
25.
37.
37.
And 43.
48.
43.
Oh, perfect. 43, that's all 6 numbers, and that is against all odds. I think you're going to be lucky on this week's lottery. I'll take that back.
Thank you so much.
I'll have that, thank you. And that is against all odds, and it is as clean as that. There are no outs. It's just...
I love watching that perform. It's such a great trick.
It is phenomenal. I really love it. From the moment Mark first showed me, I loved the routine. I had this feeling we could do more with it, which we have, but the actual premise, the method and everything else, and it's all so fair. There's no equivoque in that.
No, yeah, I know. That's what's so nice about it. And, you know, in the custom printed deck that you've had done, there's some nice subtleties built into it. And it's just a brilliant piece of easy magic to do. Yeah,
and the fact is, whenever you mention money, gambling, lottery, everyone wants to know what's going on. And the fact is, it is actually a true statement. If you say, I'm a mind reader, I'm a magician, it's like, can you predict the lottery? That's the question they all ask. So it's absolutely perfect for that. It would play well on stage. I mean, obviously, we've got the description of the stage version on there. But it would play great in a parlour setting, great tables. The reset is pretty quick. It's brilliant. And Mark's got a great idea. He lets them have the lottery ticket at the end, but he puts his name and address on the back. So if they win, they have to split it with him, which is a great idea. But that is against all odds. Once again, that will be at the stand at Blackpool. If you want to see it in the flesh, just come and visit Alakazam. And it looks as clean, it is as clean as that every single time. You make every decision, there's no equivoque, there's no funny moves, it's just straight to the point. If you wanted them to pick up the cards, they can pick up the cards. I only do it for a presentation thing because I want you to call the numbers out as I put them down just to build some suspense. But yeah, you can do this totally hands off. You're not touching anything. So
it's great.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and that's against all odds. Right, so that's it for this week's Alakazam video blog. Really excited now for Blackpool.
Yeah, Sam, I can't wait. I always love Blackpool. It's always so busy and hectic and fun. And
yeah, it's great convention. If you're going, we look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you come up and say hello, and also come up and see the effects in the flesh, because they're great. You're going to love all of them. And like I said, you've seen most of them on here. The only one that we haven't shown is inked, but if we've got time to do the trailer, we'll drop that in.
But we're going to have some of the effects that have been released this year that maybe you haven't seen in person. So Limitless, we're going to have on the stand. We're going to Mystique, I'll be doing. So drop by and see the stuff in person, because it looks great in front of your eyes.
So thank you very much, and we'll see you after Blackpool, I should think.
Yeah, we will. But I will just say, me this week. Obviously, guys, follow us on all the usual places, Facebook and Twitter, for the latest updates, and subscribe just about here as well to this channel to be the first people to hear about the latest news. So,
and I just want to say thank you to Tiny, that obviously sat here and had to go through me performing magic on her. I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
So there we go, guys. Thanks again for all your support, and we'll probably see you the week after next. If not, we'll see you at Blackpool.